What is up, ninjas? My name is Sam World, and in today's video we're going to be looking at a brand new techno sound bank, Paradox Volume 4. Now the Paradox series has helped over 7,000 producers push the sound of techno forward. It's going to be a pack for people looking for the modern sound of techno. Paradox has been used by high profile artists like Chord to create his new techno sound, as well as other producers like Umix, Space 92, Cosmic Boys, Art and Karma, Sam Wolf, and a lot of tech house artists. However, the most important part for me is to provide usable sounds to the common producer, as when I first started making music, finding good sounds that were the meta, was being used at the moment, was so hard, and a lot of the times it made the difference in how my music would sound. Now Paradox has always been a Serum sound bank. However, this time around we're gonna have a sample pack. So let's get started with a couple of the sounds. First off, we have the acid section. Now a lot of people will always say you cannot make acid with Serum. Now my thing is, obviously if you're trying to get the 303 acid sound and you want to stay traditional, then you can go and use plugins like Phoceon 2, Bassline. However, for me it's always about, you know, grabbing a sound that we know works, but how can we add that little twist to it to make it sound a little more modern. Now, most presets are going to contain 4 mods for you guys to play around with, and I encourage you to discover them, as you're going to find really cool stuff. You're going to be able to turn these sounds into completely different things, and mixing 1 and 3 and 1 and 4, you might lead to a sound that I never intended for it to be in the pack, but it could be one of those sounds where you... That makes you want to put a techno kick now. Ecstasy, follow me. Okay, that's pretty nice. And again, if you're an avid sound designer as well and you know how to manipulate these presets, then you can mess with them even further, switch some of the wavetables to get even more leads. But that's just one preset. We made a couple of sounds with that one. Let's keep going. Next one we have is Amelie VR set. Now, one of the things that I do and that I feel separates me away from the competition is that I don't trust my taste too much when it comes to making sound banks that I know you guys will use. I think a lot of us will make cool sounds, but you will realize it's very hard to get some of these sounds which sound cool to fit music. So what I've done is every sound bank in this pack, any pack that I make, will always be inspired off a sound in a track that is doing well in either the Beatport Top 100, on Spotify playlists that have a lot of success, a lot of followers, and of course YouTube live sets with tracks that just sound sick. To some people that might be a turnoff, but to me it guarantees that, again, I will be giving you guys usable sounds. This one comes from a Amelie Lens VR set. It was like a Tomorrowland sort of thing, but we're gonna play how it sounds like. Now, one of the things I like to do is I always like to ask you guys for requests. You guys help tailor the shape of these packs, and it allows me to, again, help get more sounds to people like you that support my work. So I got a lot of requests for hard techno stuff, so this is one of them. It's like I'm playing a guitar and making it cry, you know, like that's what the mods are, guys. So utilize them. So again, I pay a lot of attention to mods. Sometimes I'll take 20 minutes just to make one preset, just because I want the mod to lead the people through a journey. Now, all the patches going to be like that. I'm not going to lie, not all of them, but to the ones that do inspire me, I love to add mods again to create that. Okay, so this one has an interesting mod. One of the ways to get width, as many of you guys know, is to hard pan left and hard pan right. However, if the sound sounds exactly the same and the phases line up as well, this will usually make the sound, instead of sounding wide, just sound mono the same. So what I love to do with some of these packs is implement what, as a sound designer, what I know is one of the cleanest forms of width you can get, which means that if your grandma were to hear your techno song in the car, she would be able to hear that lead exactly the same and it wouldn't sound quieter than usual. And with that, we have, again, oscillator A and B. We pan it left and right. On the left side, you get a stronger version, and on the right, you get a different version. business techno pack, okay, which means a lot of times your basses are going to come from rumbles. So first one we have is a web inspired one called Anna's Husband. So the way he uses it in his track is more of a flowy dark lead. Some of the mods. Let's tune it a bit. So good. Okay, next one we have is called Grimy Movement. So this is going to be more of a respace, but let's see if it works in this regard. It does, but it's more intended to be used like this. It's one of those squelchy ones. We can get rid of the sliminess. But I like the sliminess. That's what gives it that unique vibe. So again, a lot of these presets, they're going to be practical. Some of the mods will make them sound a little weirder or freakier if you want. Here we have one called Hardcore Deborah De Luca. So someone requested this during the live stream. But if it's techno, it's techno. And I believe the idea is this. Let's go. You can see why David Guetta uses Paradox as well. I mean, come on now. So, it just sounds like the 3AM Reese. Okay, here we have Respace 1. So again, I got a lot of requests from the hardcore guys. It's like business techno dudes that said, you know, oh, everyone's making this. Well, we're going to make harder stuff. Okay, from here, we're going to go to the chord stab section. Now, most of these chord stabs are made by me. I'm not reutilizing Wave Generator 2, saving the sample and putting it up. What I'm doing is I'm using the knowledge I have to create rape stabs. So, for instance, the utilization of the Chordgam one, the Roland JD something, and, of course, my voice to make some of these. So here we have Anastasia Walmart. Again, the real Anastasia stab sounds a certain way. This is the Walmart version. It could be the Gucci version, but I think Walmart's funnier. And I'm just holding the note down. We are in this world of fantasy. Ecstasy is for me. Elementary school got it wrong. Okay, you get the idea there. So we move on. Back to 1920 BC. So again, most of these are resamples, samples. So for instance, I think this one is going to be a bunch of like different Chordgam 1 patches combined, but mostly synth based. It's super cool. This one's obviously inspired by Space 92. He has a track called Cooper or something. I don't know who Cooper is, but unlucky man. But yeah, so in the first part of the drop, he has this nasty drop into it, and this is what inspired this sound called Back to 1920 BC. Here's another cool one. Okay, so again, these are some of the chord stabs. Now, I still have one more day before this pack's released. I'm recording it, but I think I'm going to add a couple more because they're pretty cool, and honestly, I think the pack can use a lot more. Here's Hilo's piano. It's just resampling a piano, pitching it down -12, processing it, putting it in Serum, and there we go. Cool. Okay, the Summit. Okay, cool. So those are some of the chord stabs that you are going to find inside of the pack, okay? From there, we have 3 drones. Maybe I'll add a few more before the pack's done. And again, the number might change, guys, but these are the ones that are for sure in the pack. It's drone, Jackson, Wyoming. I've been watching a lot of The Last of Us. You know, Ellie and Joel, they just got a way of making me relate. So I think this is where they start, or it's from the part 2 or something. Watch out, Ellie. They're coming for you. All right. There's another one called Raichu. Raichu. Yeah, there's a little Easter egg. I'll sometimes do that in some of these just because they sound cool, but it doesn't warrant one preset. And then there's one called Seattle. I'm going to make a couple more. I want to for the pack. Okay, cool. Then we have the Earcandy section, which is making a comeback in this pack as well because a lot of you guys like it. Now, the idea of the Earcandy section is these are sounds that I feel can be used for Earcandy. People always saying how to add Earcandy to a song, and I think most people know how. They just don't know what sounds to use. So this is what these are going to be for. First one we have is the Angus Swells. Hola, Levato. Okay. Okay, mods. We can automate this up. So that's a 4 hits. Boom. So this Earcandy might work like. Here we go. Follow me. And there we go. All with one preset, but you just got to move the stuff around. Okay. Keep going. FM dinner. You know, what else? I mean, I know some of these variations are in other packs as well. Like this one, I just remade it for this pack, so it sounds slightly different. I'm not going to lie. I'll just play these as I play the kick. I think that'll be a cool way to kind of show tune them. Mods and movement. You're kidding me. I don't know. I'm a sucker for that sound. Okay, now with that, we're in the lead section of the pack. The lead section of the pack, guys, is going to be the biggest part of this pack. Everyone's always like, I can't find unique leads, and I can't. Yeah, I'm right here, man. You guys what you want an ad? I'm right here. Okay, so we're going to have a total. Yeah, I don't know how many. That's a lot of leads, bro. So it's a wall of leads. Okay, so we're going to start with lead, the industry standard, which I believe, yeah, it's going to be a lead based on Lethal Industry by Tiesto, but it was utilized by Industrial Producer. Someone requested it, however. One world, ruled by man. And then I said, let there be light. Okay, I'm having too much fun with this overview video. Okay, so that's one called Lead Industry Standard. So from there, we have one called the Alterman. So ever since Fred again came on the scene, it seems like everyone's moving more towards like choir-based sounds, but not good choir-based sounds, more like the Chord M1 choir-based sounds, which sound a little kind of like you'll see what I mean, like, you know, like that, sort of like a little cheesy, but might not be. Maybe I'm just being mean to myself. See what I mean? hipsters. Okay, it's just super distorted for again, because I feel like right now the hipsters they want to do the cool thing that's not cool yet. This kind of techno, very distorted, is what seems to be coming up. So I like it. I ain't fretting. So next we have his lead Annihilate. Acid bass lead. I still like it, but it's more of a lead to me. Here we have one called Azimuth. That was all going to be generic leads now. Stuff. Okay, so just those kind of style of sounds from Big Room. Whoa, okay, cool. So that's lead Big Room. So again, use mods. Hopefully we've done that. Here we have one called Blame the Mono. Obviously the point of this patch, Cone pushes metal lead to mono. Someone requested it, but it's a very mono saw lead, which is super saw. A lot of times when people use super saws, they use them wide, but in mono they sound a little bit more old school and they fit in the modern sound. Okay, cool. So lead quad ballerina. So let me show you guys a couple of my favorite leads, because we can go all day through all of these and explore them. Here's one called Critical Violence. Jesus, I want to show you guys my favorite leads, but almost all of them are. This one's cool. It is more of a hard techno one. Obviously, you know what it's for. Panic. Again, I'm still having that mod going, but this is just for... Here we have one called Lead Death Squad. Yes, I know, another Big Room meme. Or so you thought. Don't judge a book by the cover, guys. I understand some of you guys don't like the generic leads, but I'm trying to make it a purpose here, guys. We learn to make them so that we can make better leads out of them, you know? If you know how to do the basics, you know the rules, you break them in a cool way, not a stupid way, okay? So again, that's Lead Death Squad. Another one of these percussive leads. Now here's one of my favorite leads and some of the ones that made the cut in the pack last minute. So obviously right now, all the rave is the LFO leads. They're so hot right now. So I had to put them in the pack. Okay, so again, there's a little skill in playing these because every time you glide, you allow the LFO speed to get slow. But then when you don't glide, you get the speed back. Okay, and then again, there's a lot of other mods to explore on that. Okay, that's not techno, but it made the cut. Okay, guys, so again, there's a lot of leads in here, some big rooms, some experimental. There's a lot for everybody making techno. This pack is huge, 180 plus presets. The rest we have are just some pads and plugs, which usually a lot of people don't like. But we're going to move on to the sample pack, guys, or we'll be here all day. There's a lot of great leads in this pack. Okay, now for the sample pack, we're going to have, obviously, the full kick loops, which you guys saw. But my idea was also to add these sort of tools to use. So, for instance, when in roam kick, we can start from scratch. And from there, we can add these sort of like bass loops. Where our manner's at, we need to obviously remove the low end out of the way of the kick so it doesn't phase out or anything funky happens. So we're going to sidechain this by automating this guy here to... Okay. Now some of these bass loops are going to have these change of notes, and it's just for like utility sake, since if you're closer to C sharp, then pitch from the second half of the patch. Or go to this one and grab that and use, or you can use this one. There, I can use this. Okay. Those are going to be drum loops in the pack, individual ones as well. So you guys can like straight up just do this. Inspiration comes from within, percussion loops as well. Let's get it right. So again, it's just setting up a cool combination. These are not intended, again, to just make it easy for any producer to make music, because I believe to make a song, it still requires a very adept producer, but these are here to inspire creativity, allow people to have fun, no matter the skill range they are in. As long as you're sidechaining and following the rules that I teach you guys on my channel, you should be good to go. So again, there's going to be a couple of those. Okay, and of course, for those of you guys that are saying, nah, this isn't for me, dude, I'm a Spartan race kind of man. We have a couple of perk basses that will sound like... And this is going to be one of those smacking kicks. Okay, so it's all about having fun, guys. That's the point of these packs that I want to make. I want to make them with good stuff, inspired by other tracks, so that I know you guys will enjoy these presets. Okay, so a bit of the drums we have. Not a lot of claps. Who uses them in techno? One, the kind that we're targeting with this pack. We have some close hats. I hired some guy to send me some LXR2 ones, which is just like this Erica synth drum machine. Wasn't a huge fan of the sound, so not a lot of them made the cut. Got the kicks. All kinds. We don't discriminate. We got open hats. Based on the 909, because I know how much we love that. Perks. Top gig enhancers. Okay. The effects section, I tried my best to make them sound unique, guys, because we all know every pack just have like the same crashes and stuff. So we have the same crash as well, but just a little uniqueness. And not fit all tracks. Very industrial. Okay, I got very fancy with the downlifters. Wavetables and FM, man. I tell ya. Okay. Some noises. Transitional effects, which will hopefully aid with some of you guys. The feedback I give you, work on your transition, so you can use these as well. The idea is that after maybe somewhat, let's say the halfway mark, you would use it like. Okay. Now from there we also have synth loops, which you're gonna have access to the MIDI as well if you don't agree with the sound selection, or if you want to use and make something else for yourself. They're also going to come in dry format. That way, if you guys want to put your own reverbs or delays on it or want to mess with it in any way, you can. There's going to be more vocals added to the pack. I'm still waiting on one last batch, but these are some of the ones we've created.
Abduction. Chemical reaction.
Exploration of the mind.
Metamorphosis.
Nebula, are you ready to enter a new dimension of sound?
Yeah.
A once-in-a-lifetime event. Are you ready?
Put the supernova, and then also some acid loops for you guys to grab. Hopefully you guys will put it in. Just grab the section you need. For instance, maybe we just want these shots, and then you fill the rest, and then you do your cool stuff. That is Paradox Volume 4, guys. Now, if you guys want a chance at winning the pack, make sure to comment down below what you think. What was your favorite lead? What was your favorite bass? And from there, I'll pick one person tomorrow that can win the pack. Other than that, you guys can find the link if you want to support the pack, you want to support the channel, and expect techno tutorials to be the main focus as we celebrate the release of Paradox Volume 4. With that being said, hopefully this brings you guys joy and joys years of techno creation, and catch you guys for another one. Peace out and take care.